Year 10 Trigonometry Exam Practice Question 13. An aeroplane at J is flying directly over a point at D on the ground at a height of 5 kilometers. It is heading to land at point K. The angle of depression from J to K is 8 degrees. S is a point along the route from D to K. So the first thing it says, we need to write down the size of JKD. So we are looking at this angle right here. Now straight away we can use our understanding of our angles and look at both of these angles are going to be exactly the same of 8 degrees. Another way I can think of it is the following. If this is 90 degrees, then this would be 90 take away 8. Which gives me 82. Then all three angles must add up to 180, which this is 8 degrees. So I found my degree. The next part says calculate the distance from D to K. So we are needing to find this distance right here. Now straight away we know we've got our angle. And we also know our opposite. And we are looking for our adjacent. So this is where we can write it as our tan ratio. Tan 8 degrees is equal to 5 over A. Now I want to get A by itself, so I'm going to times both sides by A. If I times both sides by A, I'm timesing tan 8 by A, and I cancel that out. Likewise, I'm going to divide both sides by tan 8 degrees. That leaves me with just A, and I've got 5 over tan 8 degrees. So that gives me my A, and my A is worth 35.5768 kilometers. I wrote it with lots of decimals because it's asking us to say it in the nearest meters, which is 35,577 meters if I round it to the nearest meter. Okay, so we know our part B, our second question. Then it asks me the following. It says, if the distance of S to K is 8 kilometers, calculate the distance from D to S. Okay, so this means that we know the total distance from D to K is 35.57 kilometers. I'll round that to 0.6 kilometers. We are going to be taking 8 kilometers away, and that leaves us with 27.6 kilometers. So straight away, we know our D to S. Then the next part says calculate the angle of elevation from the point S to J. So we are looking at this area here. Now, we know that this length now is 27.6. We also know our height is 5 kilometers. The next thing we need to be thinking about is how to get the angle. So this is where we've got our opposite and our adjacent, so we're using our tan ratio. Tan alpha is equal to 5 opposite over my adjacent, which is 27.6 degrees. So it's 27.6. I then want to get the angle by itself, so I do the inverse of tan. So the inverse of tan, 5 over 27.6. That is equal to the degrees, which is 10.26. 10.26 degrees. I'll round it because that's correct to 1 decimal place. So it's 10.23 degrees.